On the channel today, we're going to be taking a look at a very basic Tamiya RC car, the DT-03. Done a bit of a custom build there, as you can see. So sit back, relax, and we'll tell you a little bit more about this car and how it came about. As you can see there on the intro, we have built the DT-03. It's a fantastic looking buggy. We've gone with that custom sort of paint job. Once again, that splatter technique. I think I actually pulled it off a little bit better this time. I learnt from my Kyosho experiment that I did just to do some more cross ways with the paint. So I think it's turned out quite good. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Super happy with how this one has turned out. We've gone with a bit of a BlockHead Motors livery on it as well, because I think it's a fun car, and I definitely think it's definitely a car that you can sort of jazz up a bit and sort of make it sort of that comical style buggy. Now, speaking of the buggy, that little intro there where we had some run footage of it, it's absolutely beautiful. It's fantastic. I love it. It's not crazy power. We'll go through the chassis and what I've built it with and what I've put on it very soon. But yeah, absolutely awesome buggy. And for someone out there who wants something basic but easy to build and something to sort of play around with, I can definitely recommend the DT-03. Plus there's some decent upgrades available that you can put on it, and I think I've put most of those upgrades on it. And if you don't know a little bit about this one, I got a gift from the RC Elf. I'll put the link up above for that video. You can go, it explains who the RC Elf is, and I got some other kits from his as well. So this was one of those, and it's nice to get that built. So hopefully you're watching out there and you can see that I've put your gift to good use. And yeah, basically let's crack on, see what we've put inside, show you the chassis. And I think I've got a few pictures as I put it together. I didn't do a build video. Yeah, and then I'll do a bit of a wrap up. So I really enjoyed building the DT-03, and as you can see, it's a completely different chassis to sort of anything that you probably would have seen on the channel, and it's definitely different to the sort of normal Tamiya bathtub style chassis as well. It's a two-wheel drive buggy, and it is very basic, so I did put some ball bearings in it as well, so just in the front wheels and obviously in the rear gearbox. Now, speaking of the gearbox, while we did build it, I did option for the ball differential and the some ball bearings as well. And once we sort of started on, I looked on eBay and looked at some upgrades. The main ones that stood out were the carbon fiber shock towers. Now, the plastic ones, I don't know how strong they are, but I went with the carbon fiber towers front and rear. I also paired that with some sway bars front and rear as well. And you would notice on some of the pictures that I'm putting up here as well, I've color coded it to the cobalt green color. Now, it's quite a nice light chassis. The battery slides in through the center, and as you can see, it's all quite well protected. Now, I just went with some basic Tamiya electrics. It came with a motor and a speed control, so I just kept with the 04S speed controller, and I had one of these Tamiya brushless motors laying around. This one's the 15.5 turn, nothing spectacular, and I've paired it with the option 19 tooth pinion gear. So all in all, it's a very simple build, and I also, put the adjustable top link arms in as well that gets rid of the plastic top arms. So it gives you that a little bit of adjustability, plus gives it a little bit more of a high-end buggy feel. Lastly, I've put the servo brace in the front there, Now, the factory one actually is like a softer plastic than the rest of the chassis, and it did feel quite flexible, so I jumped online and grabbed that one as well. Now, that one's not the Tamiya hop-up. I thought, you know, I wasn't going to pay nearly $50 for the Tamiya one. That one is just the Jazz Rider one, and I think it was around about $10. You know, can't really tell the difference. It's definitely solid, and I paired it with a low-profile servo as well, as you can see. Now, I guess you're all wanting to know, what does it drive like compared to, say, a Top Force, or what else have we got behind me here? You know, a Super Hot Shot, or, you know, say the DT-03. Now, being a two-wheel drive buggy, it's absolutely awesome to drive, and I'll flick to some run footage while I'm talking about it. It's very, very nimble. It's very responsive, and it turns in, and when you put that accelerator on the back, really well and truly shifts out. Now, I think it's absolutely fantastic to drive, and you know, the other really good thing I like about this chassis is that it's got some nice positioning places for the electrics, and you can hide the wiring quite nicely. Okay, let's stop with the waffle. Let's get it outside. Let's take it for a little bit more of a run and get some photos of it out in the sun so we can show off that beautiful paint job. Then I'll come back with a final closing and let you know exactly what I think of the buggy. Well, hopefully you enjoyed looking at this one out in the sun, and you can agree that the colour combos and the sort of livery I went with works quite well for the buggy. Like I said before, it is one to have fun with, and it does come with some frog racing stickers. So I think it's definitely, to me, is vision for people to sort of paint this one up sort of like in a vintage or sort of comical style. Now, I absolutely love it. Thanks once again to the RCL for donating it to the channel. I can highly recommend the buggy and the upgrades that I've done. It all seems to work quite well, and I'm pretty sure that in standard form for a beginner, it would be an absolute awesome buggy as well. Now, would there be things that I would upgrade? Yes, you could throw some option shock absorbers at it. You could definitely upgrade the tyres, but for me, as a nice light runner and just for something to that looks cool on display and, you know, to take out for a light run, I think it's an awesome package, and I cannot complain with how it's turned out. So let me know what you think of the buggy in the comments down below. It's always nice to chat to people out there in the community. Leave a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated on the channel. We've got some other things coming. I've got a car coming from another YouTube channel. Keith at RC Icons has sent me something that I've been chasing for ages, so we'll have that on the channel very, very soon. And we've got a beautiful car coming from Japan. So I'll leave that there. I'll probably put up a short later on about that car, just because it has arrived today, and it's arrived super, super fast. So until the next video, Click on some of the videos around me here, and I look forward to showcasing some RC there. Thank you.